Big East is a great league, and it's a great league because of the great individual players and great coaches in the league. And I don't know that any of us are ready to be playing Big East games on December 7th. And yet, the last couple of years we've had to play our Big East game on the road, and this year we got the benefit of at least playing our Big East game at home. So that was a great benefit to us. Injuries are great. When you play, who you play in college basketball is also vital. And we got a break here by playing St. John's without Deshina, who is arguably their best player. So that's a break for us. Not all the Big East teams are going to get that same break. Now, don't worry, we've earned the right to get that break. We've had enough crazy places we've had to go when everybody's at full strength and other people got to play other teams without players. So it all comes around and it all ends up in a fair way. But that's a very good St. John's team. It's a very, very, very good, important win for us today to get the freshmen out of the blocks and get the feel for what the Big East is really and truly all about is huge. Keisha here had a really very difficult situation in that she played one of her better games in her career against Northwestern, only to have a medical situation crop up and not be able to practice hardly at all since then. And it took her a full half to get going, and 8 turnovers to warm her up in the first half. But once we got her going, and once we got her going, you know, you saw again why she is truly an All-American here. By the way, she took over the game in the second half. She did a great job of taking over the game when it needed to be taken over, and that's just her talent, her ability, and she's just in her leadership. She's done a great job here. All right, I think that's really about my view. This is huge. It's a huge kickoff. I guess I should talk about our upcoming schedule as well. And so we're going to have 7 games in 15 days here going into Christmas, and to keep the players focused on the task at hand and not let us get ahead of ourselves. How can you not be going to Madison? How can you be going to Madison Square Garden against playing against Tennessee with #1 Baylor in the house as well, and not be looking ahead? And for our players to stay focused was also very, very big and important, so that we could just get one here, and then Edwardsville's playing a lot better than they have been in recent years. Amanda Levins has done a good job of developing that program, so then we just have a lot looming and looking at us. And then the noon factor, we have no tolerance of patience here at DePaul for people that say they're not morning people. All right, the NCAA tournament comes around. If we earn our way in, you can get yourself a 10 o'clock in the morning game on the West Coast. You could get yourself an 11 o'clock game. You could get yourself a 9 o'clock at night game. You better be ready to play. And DePaul University reaching out, Jeannie and our athletic department, our marketing department, reaching out to the Chicago public schools and the Chicago Catholic schools and providing them buses for a field day and T-shirts for a field day. It's also, this is a cool game to play. And St. John's is red and we're blue, and it was pretty cool to have all those blue shirts in the gym as well.
Keisha, what do you think in comparison to first half? You've been out in practice. What do you think your breakthrough was for the second half? You've had some great 3-pointers. Finished off, lead score.
In the first half, I think I was just a little, I was kind of anxious. Like, I wasn't taking my time on things, just passing the ball without really looking at my teammates, just hoping it gets there. I was just in a rush. I didn't take my time on nothing in the first half. Second half, I just came out. I looked to be more aggressive, and I hit a couple shots. And you know, when anybody hits a couple shots, they start feeling themselves a little bit. And I hit a couple more. And you know, it went from there.
Great game.
St. John shot 25% today. Can you talk about your defense?
Yeah, you know, we don't get regarded as a very good defensive team here at DePaul because we do try to score the ball. We believe in scoring the ball. We want to score the ball, and we also want to play a pace that's an entertaining pace to play. So when you do that, you're your field goal percentage defense is going to be not as efficient looking on paper as, you know, if you're grunting and grinding it out every possession. You know, when you spread the floor like we do defensively, you're going to give up some easy ones, which undermines your percentage. And I just thought it was very, very important defensively coming in. And you know, they're so quick and athletic when you watch your tape that you start to outsmart yourself as a coach. Against San Diego State, our only loss, very quick and athletic team, I thought maybe they're too quick and athletic for us. We got to play a lot of zone. So we went into the San Diego State game thinking we had to play it because we couldn't keep up with them. And then in hindsight, I think we probably could have managed a man. So I said, let's see what we can do with these guys, man. So I think it was important that we worked very hard to wear them out. You know, our pressure isn't there just to steal the ball, but we're trying to wear people down over time and use the bodies that we have. I thought Kelsey Reynolds, you know, and gave some great backup minutes off the bench for Brett Rinko and for Ann a little bit. I mean, I thought that was huge. So we're trying to use our numbers to wear people down. You know, McKenna is one of the best point guards in the league. She can get the ball anywhere she wants to get it. You can't guard her really one-on-one. So, you know, that's why we were up the floor, and we made the decision to go up the floor, even though it didn't, I really wrestled with it, but I just said, let's just see what we got. And we were able to keep them at bay for about 3/4 of the game, and then, you know, at the end we went zone, and I thought the zone did a good job of bringing us home, because I thought we had taken their legs by that point in time. You look on paper, it doesn't look like they're a great three-point shooting team, but that's a little deceiving, because if you watch all the tapes of their games as well, Smith again has taken probably 7 or 8 shots that she's nailed from 2 inches on the line. You know, also, it's the same distance as a 3. She just didn't find the line properly, or she, those are the 3s. So instead of, when you look at her stat sheet, and you know, she's really, we know that she can knock that thing down from 3, and we know, as you saw, McPherson can get hot too. So we know that they're a little bit better shooting from the 3-point line than their stats indicate.